The topic is the Tennessee Board of Regents, and we're talking to the Chancellor of the Tennessee Board of Regents, Dr. Charles Manning. Of course, Dr. Manning, let me sort of tie into that second segment by having you to give us some information about technology within the SBR, the Tennessee Board of Regents system, and to perhaps say something about some of the challenges and some of the opportunities that you see within the range of what you're doing.
Well, on the technology first, let me start with the academic side. We about 4 years ago wanted to get into this, and we created what we've titled the Tennessee RODP, Regents Online Degree Programs. And they are fairly unique in the country. Lots of people do online education, but there are not many where all the courses are packaged together to get a degree. And so there are 3 associate degrees, 2 bachelor's degrees. There's now a master's in nursing, particularly trying to address this need in the state of Tennessee for nursing. And the master's will allow a person to teach in our community colleges and therefore teach more students, and also the education programs we were talking about. It's very unique in that it's all of our 2-year and 4-year institutions operating together. So from a student's perspective, they can decide which school they want to sign up for with, and if it's a bachelor's degree, it has to be a 4-year school, but if it's associate, it can be any of the 13 schools. It doesn't matter where you sign up for it. And you may be taking a course from a faculty member of the University of Memphis, or one from that's being overseen by somebody from East Tennessee or Tennessee State. At the same time, the person actually working with you as the faculty member may be from yet another institution, and your transcript gets entered at the school you signed up with. So it gives tremendous amount of flexibility from a student's perspective, and we're trying. We've got things like the library and student services and self-help and everything else is there. And
all tied up into that online situation.
Now, over that period of time, then this is the 3rd fall. We've gotten up to 10,000 course enrollments. That's one student in one course. So it's really shown that there was a real need here, and sort of wherever you think of this education, sort of any time, any place, and ultimately, I think it'll be any pace. Now we still are organizing in a semester link. So
you've got 10,000 folks involved in it. That would almost make it the largest institution in the state system, would it?
Emphasize that. It's individual course enrollments. But yes, we've got more in FTE than some of our smaller schools in this program. But it's, it is truly a collaborative amongst all the schools. So, and what it takes from a student's perspective, I'd say, is a little more discipline. You don't have somebody with a whip over you or nagging you on a daily basis. Kind of, you've got to do a little bit more. But at the same time, there's lots of help online. And one of the most fascinating things to me about that kind of course experience versus in-class one is the faculty teach it, say, there are no wallflowers in online instruction. There aren't, a relatively small group who do all the talking, and some people stay quiet. It tends to be that everybody. It sort of reminds me of a little cartoon where a dog was there at a keyboard, and he says, "I love online. Nobody knows you're a dog." Well, everybody feels comfortable doing that, and that really helps the education, and it's great. Now, on the kind of administrative side, we also are trying to be responsive in, being online to do things rather than in line to do things. So that things like registration processes, payment processes, checking on your grades. We can't really do this yet, but our systems we want to put in so that you could do your own kind of course audit against your degree. What am I lacking, and be able to check on that yourself, and put fewer people between you and getting the information you want. So sort of all those administrative things we're trying to get in an online mode.
So in a real sense, you can almost level the field of play against other institutions if you've got enough technology and enough computers and et cetera to sort of use other resources that you don't have available on your campus?
Well, you know, certainly in terms of the development of as many courses we did, this collaborative made it possible. Individual schools couldn't have done that. Plus, you know, it's kind of like you know, a collection development in a library. If we've got multiple libraries here and you choose to specialize in